thing on. What's up, everybody? Okay, I think I might have to take this ring light off. I don't think it's really doing me any justice. Give me a second. Wow. Okay, it does a little justice. And I'll take it off. Trying to use this little ring light right here, but nah, that's too much work. Screw that shit. Well, there we know what's going on, everybody. It's your boy here to give you guys this week's edition of Tabloids and Trending Topics with T. Sorry I wasn't here last week, dealing with some health issues, but a motherfucker's back this week. Alright, so before we get started, I do want to say, like I said, y'all know I don't do chap lips over here. I can't find my chapstick because I've been running around doing all type of shit, so I'm gonna have to get ghetto on y'all asses today. Okay, y'all already know. For those of y'all, you know, do a little bit right there. We're gonna be a little ghetto up in this bitch tonight, okay? What's up, Southside? Hello. I'm doing alright, y'all. I'm doing alright. You know, just trying to take it slow and shit. What's up? Alright, so we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of shit that happened this week and last week, because I have to cover last week because I wasn't here last week. Also, there's certain things that I'm not going to talk about. The Colin Kaepernick thing, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to do that separately. That'll probably be a Tabloid Trending Topic with T extra exclusive on the YT, and I'm only doing that because I'm pretty sure that one's going to get flagged or they're going to knock off the monetization, so I'll do that separately and just let the chips fall where they're made. But we're going to go ahead and get these knocked out. So we're going to start out with the prayers. I know some of these prayers, or at least one of them, going to be a little... Okay, finish that, all right. But I mean, I hope you did good. But I know some of y'all might be a little meh with the prayers, but y'all just stick with me now. Stick with me. So first is send prayers out to Beyonce. She was put on bed rest earlier this week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, earlier this week. She had to cancel her, I think it was September 7th show in New Jersey, which has been pushed back to October 7th. And if I'm not mistaken, she hit the stage this past weekend. I know a lot of people are upset. You know, like I said, y'all know I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan. I do enjoy some of her music, but a lot of people are complaining about the vocal rest. But I've yet to hear her cancel. Well, she's been she was put on bed rest earlier this week. And for those who watch the VMAs, I watched her performance, but I didn't watch her acceptance speech for one of her awards. And apparently that people said you can hear the hoarseness in her voice. So she's been put on bed rest. I think she's back performing. But a lot of people got upset about that because she was out, partying and whatnot. But just because I'm sorry, she's on vocal rest, not bed rest. I'm sorry, vocal rest. What's up, homie? Vocal rest. I'm sorry. So because she was put on vocal rest, you had a lot of people upset because she's out partying and whatnot. Just because you're on vocal rest doesn't mean you can't party and have a good time. But a lot of people were upset about that. But hopefully she's doing better. And I mean, for those who get mad at her, again, I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, but when have we ever heard of her canceling any shows? Not never. So prayers up to her, and hopefully she's feeling better. Gene Wilder passed away this week at 83 for complications with Alzheimer's. So prayers to his family. Prayers to Steve-O and his family. He's known for doing a lot of stunts. Well, he shattered his ankle in 3 different places during a stunt. So it's one of those where I know a lot of people say he brought on himself, but he does these stunts to entertain people. So, hopefully speedy recovery and he kind of slows down or do less health risking stunts in the future, hopefully, but probably not. Prayers to the family of former NWA manager Jerry Heller. I know a lot of people mad that Ice Cube threw shade, and it wasn't that he threw shade. He just said he feels no way about his death. He's not gonna pop champagne, but he's not gonna shed a tear either. But with that, at least sending prayers out to his family for having to deal with this untimely death. This is the one that's probably gonna give me some backlash, but I'm gonna need for y'all to follow me when I say this. Prayers to the family of Bishop Eddie Long. He has lost a lot of weight He's lost a lot of weight. He has said that it's because of the vegan diet. A lot of people have been saying that he possibly has HIV or AIDS because of, his acts with, children and whatnot. And it's being put out that he has stage 4, I think it was gastrointestinal cancer, which if you have any intestinal cancer, that's one of those where, especially stage 4, he's probably not going to live very long. Now, I'm going to say this. May God's will be done for his life. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those where if God decides that healing needs to come, I pray whatever God's will, it be done. But at the same exact time, you cannot do things to people and don't think it's not gonna come back to you. I mean, we all know the Bible says you sow to the wind, you reap the whirlwind. But regardless of whether or not we agree with what he's done and what is happening to him, whether or not we want to pray for him, I'm at least going to say that I'm praying for his family. Because it's one thing for someone to go through, it's another thing when a family is involved and have to watch someone slip away. I know, okay, and I said I had a family member, she died from breast cancer. Actually, no, she had breast cancer, chopped off her breast. Yeah, I know some have mixed feelings. She chopped off her breast, you know, for the sake of her 2 boys, and you know it was gone. The cancer came back more aggressive, hit her bone, liver, and spine, and she eventually passed from that. So, and I know firsthand how it is to watch someone change in front of you and to see them slip away. So I know how that feels. So again, whether or not you want to pray for Bishop Eddie Long, let's at least pray for his family. Okay. Let's pray for T-Pain, who lost his niece. She was murdered. She was actually stabbed to death. What's going on? We just started. She was stabbed to death by her boyfriend. All I'm gonna say is this: T-Pain is better than me, because like I said, I don't have children, but my nieces and my nephew are just like my children, and the last thing I need to hear is some shit that happened to one of my nieces. It's not gonna be a good day. My ass will be locked up right the fuck quick. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you. So my heart goes out to T-Pain, you know, heart goes out to him. And for those of you, well, hold on now. Just regular Dr. Pepper. I can't be getting drunk today. Can't be getting drunk. I think he did tweet, send out a tweet about it. And as you all know, or those of you who are not really aware, today is September 11th. So just really quickly, I just want all of us to, you know, just have just a moment of silent, you know, prayer, you know, so no types and all the other stuff. So about a good 10 seconds, y'all, just a good 10 seconds. So even though this happened a while ago, I mean, it's still something that is tragic that, you know, affected all Americans, was something that brought everyone together. And even though it's been so long ago, we can't forget that, you know, there are still the families of these victims that still have to, you know, think about, you know, the day-to-day of not having these family members with them. So, of course, prayers goes out to all the victims and the families of September 11th, okay? So, now that we got the heavy stuff out the way, you know, here's the, y'all know we got to get the heavy stuff out the way first before we start talking about the dumbness and the ratchetness and everything else, okay? So, before we start, like I said, don't forget, while we're going through these, we're going to talk about, supposedly, people from his camp did say that he is sick, but it has been said that he has stage 4 intestinal cancer. So we don't know exactly what it is. Okay, we don't know exactly what it is. But y'all know that we discussed who gonna take the L and who gonna take the W of the week. I made sure to put it on the flashcard so I don't forget this week, because y'all know I damn near forgot last time. So before I get truly started, like I said, one of my bros on the YT, Mr. James Cole, he actually has an event tonight, dinner with the Divas. So I'm going to try to get this video uploaded, you know, as soon as I'm done with this, which will probably take me like 2 to 3 hours. But you know, it's one of those where, you know, hey, it's another person doing it, you know, trying to do their thing. So, you know, shout out to my boy James Cole. What you want to, you know, put that in the air, and I'm hoping that it is a fantastic event tonight. So let's go ahead and talk about black superheroes. We do know that there's not a lot of shows that have been out and are not currently out showcasing black superheroes, you know. I know we had a black Green Lantern in the Justice League. We also had Static Shock, you know, and Static Shock was more or less, I think that was like the early 2000s that Static Shock came out. Well, Black Lightning is being worked on by Warner Brothers Television. They're currently working on pretty much this show from a DC comic, and Black Lightning is one of the first major African American superheroes by DC. Now, Fox News is the one that picked up the show, supposedly. They're going to be the ones to air, okay? Now, I know some people might feel a ways about that, but Fox News has Arrow playing, and we all know that the CW has Arrow and Flash. So, I'm hoping that if they do right by Black Lightning, and hopefully, because we all know how Fox can get, so I hope Fox don't shade the fuck out of us, you know, y'all get what I'm trying to say. And also, Luke Cage. This is a Marvel black superhero. That series is scheduled to hit Netflix later on this month, September 30th to be exact. And there's going to be 13 episodes. So I'm going to be tuning in for that. I hope y'all tune in. I'm holding out hope too. I really am, because I watch Gotham, I watch Flash, I watch Arrow, so I'm hoping justice is done by that. I really am, and it's nice that we're getting some black superheroes. And I know there's another, there's a female black superhero. I wrote it down one day and I misplaced it, so I'm gonna try to look for it. But it's a cartoon that I hope I can find, you know. And like I said, if I do remember it, I will talk about it on here. So I want to talk about that. I'm gonna save this for just a little bit. Let's talk about some fuckity fuck shit. So a while back we talked about Allison Carey. That is Mariah Carey's sister. We talked about her a while back. Now she has, trying to see. No, I think she still has HIV. I don't think they've hit her. They've classified her as having full-blown out AIDS, but she has HIV. Now, of course, she has wrote a tell-all book. Now, I want to give y'all the backstory before we get into what's going on right now, because, you know, people try to sit here and come for me because of my stance. So let me give you the backstory. Now, Allison was on that fuck shit. Allison Carey, this is Mariah Carey's sister. I don't know if she old or young, I don't really fucking care right now. But she was a prostitute and whatnot. Mariah had helped take care of her, took care of her children. I believe also helped put them through school. Has also paid to try to get her sister help because her sister has been on drugs and being a prostitute. It began to be too much for Mariah, and I think we all know of family members who have, you know, we tried to help, and then all of a sudden, you know, they start milking us dry and whatnot, and we got to kind of push them off, which is what Mariah did. So her sister decided to write a tell-all book. I don't know if she wrote it or not, or if it got published, but I know that she had threatened Mariah with it, you know, trying to exploit money. Well, recently, allegedly, apparently, Allison's health was declining. This is from a tabloid trending times what I did a while back, and she had come on, you know, saying, "Don't leave me like this, don't abandon me like this, I love you." Then their brother, I forget his name, but his name don't fucking matter, he also came on camera and started calling Mariah all type of witches and all this other stuff, really degrading her. Says that Mariah don't care about anybody but herself, and she needs to be there for her sister. And you had so many. Okay, well, I'm glad you remember, because I didn't want to say Allison, but, you know, the story's about her, hell. But, you know, is all of this, you know, shaming on Mariah, which I'm not here for, because my thing is this: how many times can you help someone before you turn your back? And I got it. Siblings. I said on the previous video, and I'm going to say it on this, hell, I have 3 brothers. I have 2 sisters. I'm sorry. 4 brothers. Never met one, but he's already deceased. I ain't gonna talk about that now. 2 sisters, only met one of the 2. Haven't met the other one yet. But regardless, I'm gonna just talk about my brothers, my living brothers. Love them dearly. If I was to ever blow up, and because here's the thing, my close knit is brother's mother. Okay, that's my dad, and nieces and nephew, of course. But that's it. Everybody outside of that, you just extra. Real talk. I'm talking about immediate family. If I ever blow up, that shit is gonna be fucking crazy. But if I was to ever blow up at anybody, first of all, if it's just a regular family member that decide they want to sit here and try to spray me, you will cease to fucking exist. If somebody that close to me decides they want to try me like that, you'll be cut off with the quickness. When I say my cutoff game is strong, my cutoff game is strong. It's real strong. So This one of those ways like we not gonna do that, and especially if I'm going out of my way to help you and you still want to be ungrateful, we're not going to do that. With all of that being said, Allison Carey is back in the news. Child, who you telling? But she's back in the news because she put out an ad on, I think it's Backpage. She was offering sexual favors. And she even went so far as to quote one of Mariah's songs. They even put it out there. I feel you, put it out there that she's Mariah Carey's sister. Well, she pretty much was arrested. And she had pleaded that she was not guilty. She was released on a $1,000 bond. And she is due back in court on October 26th. Now, you still got her brother steady trying to shade Mariah, talking about how he done moved out of the States because he feared that she gonna try to get him killed and all this other stuff to, protect her image. Dude, fuck you. But it's funny that Allison is constantly trying to use her sister's name for fame, and then I'm not even mad at Allison at this point for putting out a Backpage, fucking ad. I'm mad at the fucking dudes like. And I really did not want to like look at the actual ad because it was online. I didn't want to look at it, but if I'm not mistaken, I think she actually posted. Oh, I know he did. Ain't shit, motherfucker. But I think that it's no. It's for the most part known that and the fact that you have HIV and the fact that the men know she has HIV and still will not, that's not here nor there. That's just pure dumb fuckery. Not here nor there. We're gonna move on to some love and hip hop talk, y'all. That shit. So, Stevie J has been ordered to rehab. He was supposed and allegedly going to be locked up, but they decided to send him to rehab, because he in love with that cocoa. Okay, so he's going to be going to rehab. Yeah, again, I know. Going back to rehab because, he in love with the cocoa, y'all. He in love with the cocoa. We're going to talk about Stevie Jordan a little bit later, but I just want to put that out there. Carly Red, she was given a restraining order last month by a rapper of the name of Christopher Pharaoh Powell. And it was because, I guess, she wilded out on him, stole his cell phone, this, that, and the third. So she decided that, I'm gonna have to look into that. But supposedly, Carly Red decided to go on a media blitz, trashing him, this, that, and the third, causing old boy to lose out on some money and whatnot, having to get a fucking PR rep, all this other shit, paying all his money for it and whatnot. So with that restraining order, he is also suing her for $1 million for defamation of character. Now, because I think she had also said that he like raped her or some shit like that. I'm not absolutely sure, but I know there were a lot of allegations out there. And when certain things get put out there and allegations and whatnot, which we're going to talk about a motherfucker with allegations on his ass a little bit later, it can tarnish your fucking career, your life, anything, regardless of what you do for a living. Certain shit that people say about you, if it gets put out there, especially rape, molestation, shit like that, that shit can affect your livelihood. What I will say is this, bruh, I got it. You suing her for $1 million. I don't think she got it, cause word on the curb is she only worth $200,000. So I don't know what you're gonna get, cause you might get her 2 stores, and I think she got a fashion line and shit. Hey, do what you do, bruh. Do what you do, but I don't know if you're gonna get that money. I don't know if you're gonna get it. Let's talk about Miss Masika. So she is yet again blasting Fetty Wap. And is saying that he has not seen their daughter since she was 10 days old. Now, I'm going to say this. We don't know his side of the story. Y'all know how I feel in general about ain't shit parents. And because I'm a dude, I will say I have a true disdain for ain't shit fathers. Alright, don't get me started on ain't shit mamas. But I'm going to say this, not to defend him, but what I'm going to say is this. in general, PSA ladies, y'all need to be more selective about the men that you decide to lay down with, especially be very, very selective about the dudes you let go raw dogging inside of you. You have to be very careful, because you never know. Now, you know that he has all these other children by other women, and most of his baby mamas are on one side of the world and you're on the other. So he has to make his rounds to be a father to all his other children. Oh, and it's easier when they're over here. You're all the way over here, so you can't expect special treatment because, oh, well, I'm the newest baby mama. You can't expect that. So it's one of those where that was foolish on you to even allow yourself to do that. And we all know that she's there for the come up. I mean, I respect your hustle, all this other shit, but probably should have picked the motherfucker that ain't got that many damn kids. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, doing it for a storyline, this, that, and the third. I don't feel no kind of ways about it. I hope he is being a father to his daughter, okay? Oh, we're talking about Masika from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and Fetty Wap. I don't know. I think he got in between 7 and 10, maybe more, but somewhere in that general area, how many kids he got. So it's one of those where she should have thought about that before allowing him to, go wrong. So it is what it is. Again, I hope that he is still being a parent, but she can't get too mad. Ooh. Yeah, so I think somewhere around 7 to 10. Yeah, I would try to do some research, but, my shit's over there, so it really don't matter. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about Don. Don, who we know. Ooh, yeah, that's crazy. Don, who used to be Jocelyn's manager, apparently she has filed for bankruptcy. And all that she has to her name, which all that she physically had on her, I guess, at the point of filing, was $20. So I ain't here to sit here and throw no shade. I ain't gonna throw no shade, but I hope she get that under control. I hope she get that, because here's the thing. Ain't none of us act like we ain't had money problems, so. But Lord, $20. Whew. Anyway, last about Love and Hip Hop. So Stevie J and Jocelyn will not be returning to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. With that being said, they both, from what I'm understanding, will receive their own spinoffs. Jocelyn's spinoff will be revolving around her pregnancy. I will not be watching that because I really don't give a damn about. I was gonna write all the numbers and stuff down for Dom, but I didn't care that much to do all that because I don't care about her. And Stevie J, his show is going to be more surrounding his children, which in Stevie J and Jocelyn Go Hollywood, I reviewed that only like a couple of episodes and I just lost touch with it. But it was nice seeing Stevie J with his children. Like the chemistry with them was actually pretty good. So I can see that being a success. Him dealing with his kids and trying to get his music career back up, because Stevie J actually has a lane to where he can have a good show. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna try to be here for Stevie J, give him some extra, views and shit. He gonna need all the money he can get, because apparently he still owe $1 million in back child support. So I'm gonna try to help the brother out now. Jocelyn Hernandez, not so much. So briefly, because I don't want to talk too much about this, because I feel my blood pressure might go up. And here's the, y'all already know with the fucking ER visits and shit my ass had and whatnot. I don't need my blood pressure rising and shit. I probably shouldn't be drinking this shit talking about high blood pressure, but don't judge me, damn it. I'm very hydrated over here. So anyway, the Stanford rapist. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have already talked about it, but and the reason I say Stanford rapist is his name will not be said over here. I will not say his name. I will not. Because I'm not going to give him that much light over here. But he has now been registered as a sex offender. In addition to that, he was initially supposed to serve he was initially supposed to serve 6 months in jail for raping an unconscious girl at pretty much, at the university. Only going to serve 6 months for raping a drunk, unconscious woman. 6 months. He got released only after 3 for good behavior. all that I would say is, in light of this, California is in the process of working to pass mandatory sentencing. I know, but California is working on passing mandatory sentencing for rape cases, and even to include severities in terms of how much force and whatnot is involved, because they don't want to see this shit happen. I got it, but I mean, I can at least, well, if I had my yarmulke on, but I just got my fucking cap on right now, I would tip my hat if I had it on. But I tip my hat to California, to where it's just like, okay, we're going to set, you know, different sentencing in place to where it's not one of those where we can ever do this again, to where, okay, somebody gets 6 months, you know, so, whew. What? Here's the thing, I mean, I cannot remember the gentleman's name, but there was a black man who was accused of and sentenced because you know, someone had said that, you know, she had been raped by him. And I think it was anywhere from 3 to 5 years later, it actually came out that she lied. And like I said, he had served, I think, somewhere up to 5 years by the time that he had gotten released. And this was all because he was accused. And of course, he got sentenced because they went off the word of the victim. You know, I'm not trying to be shady about that. But 5 years for, you know, I'm gonna be nice today. I'll be nice today. We're going to move on. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's go ahead and talk about these heifers right quick. First, we're going to start off with Nene. First and foremost, Nene has lost her peach. Now, it is rumored that she has lost her peach because she has tweeted all this, but the same thing sort of kind of happened last time. She never said that she lost her peach, but was hinted to not coming back, and then kind of came in towards the end. Now, with all that being said, Nene owes nearly $1 million. Yes, the households owes $1 million in taxes, and apparently the state of California has hit her with an $86,000 tax lien. So she might want to try to get that back, and I think if she did lose her peach, it's probably because she has come at Andy crazy, and she's even gone on and said in interviews some crazy shit about Bravo, Andy, the whole nine. And again, you cannot bite the hand that feeds you. And if she's not working on Real Housewives of Atlanta, those Trump checks, got part of them Trump checks ain't gonna fucking help. You feel what I'm saying? And here's the thing, y'all know I just said that I want her to go in on Don because of her financial situation. The only reason that I'm even talking about Nene's financial situation is she is the same one that said, I am very rich, bitch. I don't know. But she's the same one that's talking about, I'm cashing Trump checks, I'm very rich, bitch, and all this other stuff. You know, so it's just one of those where, you know, again, pride comes before the fall, pride comes just before destruction, and that's all I got to say about that. Now, Horsha, let's talk about Horsha, because I got two things to talk about with Miss Horsha. First and foremost, she is said to be needing rehab, somebody else that needs rehab, but she says that she will only go if she gets a spinoff. I don't care that much about you. Oh, I bet they don't play. Now, here's the thing. If she gets a spinoff show for rehab, I mean, everybody else can watch. I don't care that much about her to watch, so, you know, hey, dust. But at the same exact time, man, y'all know I'm gonna watch the households and I'm gonna review it, but I'm truly gonna watch for this right here. It is said that Horsha and Candy almost got into blows. This is alleged. No, I'm sorry. They almost got into blows. It is alleged that she ran into the streets and had a breakdown in the middle of the streets. Okay. Yeah, some people truly don't deserve a spinoff, but you know, some people might get it. Now, all I'm gonna say is, they say that this shit got caught on camera. I hope it did, cause I would love to see it. I would really want to see that shit, cause y'all know that I'm here for Candy. Sometimes Candy be on that fuck shit. Okay. I hear that it was caught on camera, so I'm hoping that it was, cause y'all know I'm here for Candy. Candy is the reason that I started watching the household, so I'm so here for Candy. Alright, so I'm going to go to my iPad right quick before I come back over to my notes, because we're going to talk about, wait, let me make sure we're going to talk about him last. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna talk about some other people. I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity to, snatch somebody's ball. I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity. I mean, we know Candy Hoop. Well, when they say almost got to, I'm guessing that they might have been going at each other and whatnot. Boom. I guess maybe arguing and whatnot. And I guess Horsha might have said the wrong thing. I'm assuming that Candy was about to reach out and touch her. Because here's the thing. Horsha only gonna pull it with, how you got some people that they know who to pull it with, and sometimes they like to see how far they can get with somebody, and I'm assuming that she tried to go for Candy and saw that, okay, I guess I done picked the wrong one to try with and ran. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm gonna talk about a couple more people. I'm gonna let y'all snatch a bitch ball, and if y'all wondering who, it's gonna be Lena, Dunham, how the fuck you say her name, pork, pig in the blanket, whatever we're gonna call the bitch. I'm gonna let y'all snatch a ball. Then we're gonna talk about Chris Brown, get into the congrats, LW of the week, then I'm gonna let y'all go. So let's go ahead and start off with the fuckery before we get into this one. So let's first talk about someone who I don't think I had officially retired, but we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Miss Azalea Banks. Now, we know Azalea done dug herself. I'm about to say the grave she done dug for herself is pretty deep. And it appears that she's trying to come out of said hole. Now, she had sent out 2 tweets. The first saying, I want and need to start performing again. All that controversy hurt me bad. We're talking about Azalea Banks, y'all. I don't know how to fix it. I just feel so outcast and ugly and unwanted. These haven't been the best days for me. I've been having crying spells every day for the past 4 months. It's seriously hard to lift my head up sometimes. I don't have any fight left in me. It has also been rumored that, wow, just hit her with the, Mariah Carey, I don't know, all right. And it's also alleged that she was selling off her personal belongings because she doesn't have money because she hasn't been performing. Now, I do my best sometimes to not tear somebody down without building them up. Come on, Daisy. But what I'll say is this is definitely a hole that, she dug for herself. The first thing is don't talk about it, be about it. She needs to publicly just come out and just say, you know what, I'm gonna eat crow, I fucked up. I think one of the biggest things that hurt her is going after Zayn and, calling him all type of sand niggas and shit. In addition to that, because once she did that, it went, because first thing, One Direction fans wasn't having it, his fans wasn't having it, and people in Europe wasn't having it. They stopped playing her shit, did not want her over there. And, you can't be saying and doing all this shit and don't think it's going to come back and get you. Again, we have freedom of speech, but there is a consequence for that freedom of speech. You just can't say any and every fucking thing. Oh, yeah. So, I'm going to say, that. I mean, again, prayers out to her, and like I said, she's a very, very intelligent black woman. I mean, and like I said, she's beautiful. I mean, again, hey, she bleached skin, got boob jobs and all that. Do what you do. Oh, yeah, she did that whole for herself now. But at this point, it's like, you can't, like I say, I mean, there's redemption here. But at this point, she's really going to have to dig herself out of this, and it's going to be hard to do. It is possible. It is possible, but she needs to get her a good PR rep. She needs to take some damn classes and just understand that everything that's up here don't need to come out here. And if it does, you don't always have to say it on a public platform or type that shit. That's where she's fucking up, because a lot of the shit should just be table talk. Point blank in the period. Table talk. So that's it. Moving on. Let's talk about Mother and Wiz Khalifa. So, apparently, Amber Rose was very candid about having a threesome, how it wasn't really that good, and how, if she wants some sex, then she just called her baby daddy for it. Now, baby daddy Wiz wasn't feeling it because Fizz went on the tweet. Not here for your rebound after your threesome. Only peace and love. I'm just like, damn it, Wiz. Really? He continues on to say, if I were to say I fucked 2 bitches last week and it was whack, I think I'm gonna call my baby's mom. Would you feel flattered? Makes a good point that if he was to say some shit like that, he would get drugged up and down Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything. Like, everybody would be dragging him if he said some shit like that. And he is so right. And he ended with, don't let fame and illusions fool you. Have an awesome day. I'm just like, well, damn. I don't know what the fuck else to say about that. I mean, he does have a point. I'm not gonna lie, he does have a point, but I was just like, well, damn. I know. I was just like, I really want to defend Amber. I want to defend Mother, man, but I really can't. I was like, well, whew. Oh, he had. But, you know, but here's the thing. Even though Amber did that, y'all know I'm not going to give Amber a pass. I'm not giving her a pass per se. But we have to remember, she was the same individual that silenced Kanye with a 2-piece minus a biscuit inside. So, you know, she's still the reigning champ for that, okay? She just fucked up and probably shouldn't have said baby daddy. She could have said, well, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to move on. So now we're going to move on to Lena, you know, Dunham, you know, Porky Pig, you know, whatever fucking name it. We're going to talk about her. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to just give y'all the story. I'm going to let y'all scalp her. I have the energy, but I need to reserve my energy because I have some other shit that I have to do today. So I'm going to reserve my energy, okay? Well, alright, so here we go. So she was at the Met Gala. And she was sitting next to, damn it, what's the boy name again? Odell Beckham Jr. Okay? Either she was sitting right next to, like, real close in the vicinity, whatever the case may be. So she pretty much was saying that he snubbed her. So she says, in an interview with Amy Schumer, I was sitting next to Odell Beckham Jr. and it was so amazing because it was like he looked at me and he determined I was not the shape of a woman by his standards. He was like, that's a marshmallow, that's a child, that's a dog. It wasn't mean, he just seemed confused. Alright, and I was just like, now here's the thing, I'm gonna continue reading, but he said none of these things. This is her perception of how she felt he thought about her. Okay? And then she said the vibe was very much, do I want to fuck it? Is it wearing a, yep, it's wearing a tuxedo. I'm going to go back to my cell phone. It was like we were forced to be together and he was literally scrolling Instagram rather than have to look at a woman with a bow tie. It was like, this should be called the Metropolitan Museum of Getting Rejected by Athletes. Now that's what she said. I said I'm gonna let y'all scalp a bit. I'm gonna say this though, okay? You can't be mad. You can't now, and it's one of those where she is known for being a feminist, known for sitting here talking about how men, you know, sexualize women and prey on women. So the moment that, and we're gonna take race out of this for a second. Oh shit. Oh look, okay. But you are the same one that talk about this. She's a I believe comedian, the feminist and all this shit. I'm not really checking for her. But again, you're the same one that don't like this happening. You don't like men being misogynistic and all this stuff. You know, just looking at women like they're a piece of meat and whatnot. But then you get mad when we'll take cut out of this, but when a man looks your way and don't sexualize of you, it's not doing all of these things, so now you're mad. You can't have your cake and eat it too, because had he done that, had he been, fantasizing over her, this, that, and the third, you would be mad. You would be upset. You would sit here and be on a tirade talking about how men ain't shit. More or less probably would say how this black man, how this black athlete ain't shit. Possibly what the fuck you would do. But because he decided to pay you the utmost dust, you get mad. Then she talking about how because I was in a suit and a bow tie. Somebody on Facebook, I think it was Twitter, hold on. Maybe he didn't. Here's the again, I don't know what the fuck she was, but whatever. But somebody, I think it was on Twitter, had showed a picture of him standing next to Zendaya, and she was wearing a tuxedo type of outfit. So the fact that she's wearing a tuxedo with a bow tie, nah, that ain't what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what the fuck it is. And I mean, it's like, are you mad that he's not into your type of beauty? Woo, shit. You never know shit. He might be Muslim or he might be fucking Jewish. I don't need to oink either shit. Yeah, she wears all, you know what I'm saying? So again, I told y'all I was gonna let y'all scalp. Okay, I need for y'all to pause the scalping, cause Twitter had drugged the fuck out of her. And after getting drugged up and down on Twitter, she decides to post on her Instagram and also linked it to her Twitter. I don't know. But she said, she typed this: I owe Odell Beckham Jr. an apology. Despite my moments of bravado, I struggle at industry events and in life with the sense that I don't rep a certain standard of beauty. And so when I show up to the Met Gala surrounded by models and swan-like actresses, it's hard not to feel like a sack of flaming garbage. This felt especially intense with a handsome athlete as my dinner companion and a bunch of women I was sure he'd rather be seated with. But I went ahead and projected these insecurities and made totally narcissistic assumptions about what he was thinking, then presented those assumptions as facts. I feel terrible about it because after listening to lots of valid criticism, I see how unfair it is to ascribe misogynistic thoughts to anyone I don't know at all, like we have never met. I have no idea the kind of day he's having or what his truth is. But most importantly, I would never intentionally contribute to a long and often violent history of over-sexualization of black male models, as well as false accusations by white women towards black men. I am sorry, particularly to OBJ, who has every right to be on his cell phone. The fact is, I don't know a lot of things, and I shouldn't have acted like this. Much love and thanks, Lena. I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna pull me another cup of Dr. Pepper, and I'm gonna just let y'all go. Well, I mean, at this point, since she typed it, I mean, we can hurl it back at her, you know. And what I'm most happy about is, to my knowledge, Odell has not clapped back. And that was the best thing he could do. It's certain instances where you just sit back and you let a motherfucker look stupid, because eventually they gonna get drugged. You don't necessarily have to sit here and clap back. It was done for him. It was more sincere. I think the apology would have been more sincere. Here's the thing: since she did an interview with someone, the apology, like, my thing is this: when you, like, she should have apologized the same way she put that shit out there. Well, she only realized she was wrong because she got drugged up and down Twitter, you know? You're right, sometimes the best thing you can say is nothing. I do agree. I do agree. So I'm gonna give y'all a few more seconds. You know, I gotta be ghetto. I'm gonna put some Vaseline on my lips. Y'all know I don't do chapped lips over here. So I gotta be ghetto today. I gotta be ghetto. Ain't nothing wrong being ghetto, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong being ghetto shit. Sometimes you gotta be ghetto fabulous, alright. So let's go ahead last person that I want to talk about this afternoon is Senor Chris Brown. He has been in a lot of shit. And we just gonna do the tail of the tape, okay? Here's the thing. Like I said, I keep a thing of Vaseline here. I remember growing up, okay, and after getting a haircut and the fade, like when I say my mom would sit here and put Vaseline on my head, brush my hair, put it on my face and whatnot. Like I said, my face was shiny, but it wasn't dry. It wasn't dry, okay? You know, like, so here's the thing, you know, I keep this in the room, okay? I don't really have much use for it, but shit, you never fucking know. Sometimes if I'm about to go out and I can't find my cocoa butter, I'm gonna just throw that on shit. My fucking legs and all the shit gonna be glistening and shit when I go outside, sparkling, looking like a majestical creature. Well, I'm black, so I am majestical. But I'm just saying shit. But what you ain't gonna see is I ain't finna be out there looking dry and crusted and dusted, okay? So what's not gonna happen, damn it, will not, shall not today. Alright, let me stop. So, Chris Breezy, been going through a lot, okay? Okay. So, hey, I'm just saying. So, Chris Brown has been going through a lot. Back in June, well, actually earlier this year, his manager and publicist were accusing him of, what was it, assault, acting erratic, being on drugs and whatnot. Like they have been accusing him of this shit, and he like for whatever reason back in June, like they abruptly stopped talking about that shit. And you know, you have that. You also have to remember that regardless of what happens in your past, and like I said, I have some of that, you know, like I said, I've done some shit, said some shit on social media. That shit's forever there. It is what it is. You know, like I said, I've said some things. I apologize for said things, but at the end of the day, regardless of, you know, what happened, you know, the shit's still out there. And it, like I said, some people will forever hold some of that shit against me, and it is what it is. Same thing with Chris Brown. I mean, you beat the fuck out of, you know, Riri. Whatever the case was in which the shit happened in circumstances, he still beat the shit out of Riri. That shit is forever glooming over his head. So with that being said, you need to take other, like, very, very special precaution. Very special precaution. So with all this being said, I think we're all privy to the situation that happened. Team Breezy all day. I ain't gonna be Team Breezy all day, because it's some days, you know, Chico the bars, you know, little son twice removed sometimes, he be doing a little too much. Okay, a little too much. But, you know, just kind of give a little background. So, you know, he had a party. A friend had jewelry there. You know, one of his friends invited, you know, this skank. I ain't gonna say her name because her name don't deserve to be said on here. But he invited this skank over. Well, her, I guess, some girls, and this skank was there. Apparently, allegedly, she says that he got upset when she called his friends, He does, and I'm gonna talk about it because y'all know I'm not. I try not to tear somebody down without building back up. So I'm gonna try to build Breezy up a little bit. If he ever watches this, hopefully it will touch and agree with his spirit, and, you know, kind of bring him about. But she says that she called his friend's jewelry fake. He pulls out a gun, waves it in her face, pretty much saying, "Get the fuck out." At that point, is trying to. Oh, it's called you Brody. No, shit, that's too much. That's like a compliment almost. And at that point, she said that they were trying to make her sign a non-disclosure agreement. She ran for her life, got either behind or under a car, because apparently she thought people were coming to kill her. Okay. And then she got in contact with TMZ to report what had happened, rather than initially calling the police. The police call came afterwards. And she pretty much said that, you know, Chris Brown, you know, tried to shoot in the face, this, that, and third, and even went to social media to say, if you were in my situation, what would you have done? I'm pretty sure TMZ would not have been the first thing. Now, because this girl cried wolf, is what I'm going to call it, the police caused too big of a scene because now, you know, they have all these cars there and whatnot. I even think they had a helicopter around his residence and whatnot, wanting to come in. Chris Brown was not wrong because he said, unless you have a search warrant, you're not coming to my house. When you get the search warrant, you can come into my house. Now, he was doing too much shit on social media is what I was saying. You know, but it is what it is. He wasn't wrong for any of that. They had the warrant that came in. Now they arrested him again. All of this is accused, alleged, or whatnot. Arrested this man for, you know, somebody saying, oh my God, he put a gun in my face. Okay. Now, it was said that a gun was found on the residence. It later came out that no gun was found amongst all this other shit. Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to talk too much about Ray J, but, you know, Ray J is sitting here acting the way he acting. Motherfucker can't go to Australia. So, they not accepting his motherfucking visa, so fuck him. But all this has happened. You know, Chris Brown has posted bond, but for what it's worth, some of the charges are being dropped. My thing is, when this shit blows over, all the money that he paid to get out, they should pay that shit back to him. Oh shit, he needs somebody checking him. Guarantee you, let me do some shit like that, my mama will be knocking on my door like she the popo, and literally be whooping my ass like, boy, what the fuck is wrong with you? Ashley, she would be there. My aunt Jeanette, Patricia, they would have all their asses there. They would call my Uncle Willie, my Uncle Milt. Everybody would be over there about ready to have an intervention and take turns putting their foot all the way up my ass, and hopefully I will catch a sense of the act right. But I'm gonna say this. First and foremost, bitch line. And even when you watch her interviews, it's holes in those interviews. And she's constantly going to different media outlets. What would have been smart is if you're going to do this, go to one media outlet, say your piece, and leave it alone. But because she's constantly talking about it, she's further digging a hole for herself. So now her story, even though it already was, is becoming unbelievable. Which, again, it already is unbelievable. With Chris Brown, what I'm going to say to... Oh, actually, before I finish that, because then now I got to build him up, but since all this shit has happened, he was supposed to have a role on Power. Now, apparently, allegedly, 50 Cent was making this deal with him without consulting other people. Regardless, he won't be on Power. And allegedly, Apple Music has pulled a licensing deal that they had exclusive rights of an upcoming documentary with Chris Brown, where Chris Brown would have been given $800,000 in advance for this project. And apparently, allegedly, Apple Music has pulled the plug on this. All of this is around the time that this story came out. So we can see that, okay, he is losing a lot of endorsement deals and everything else because of this situation. Oh, I know they did. Like, she done stole from a friend, stole a bag and shit. There's a warrant for her in New York. And they will only, to my understanding, they can only do something to her if she is back in New York. That's the only way they can do some shit to her. Like, she ain't shit. She ain't about shit. Apparently, allegedly, she had texted a friend saying that she was going to set his ass up. Okay. Yes. Now all this shit is fucking up his coin. Now, this is one of those where, first and foremost, you need to have a set group of people around you. You know, if I get to fucking up, I got people that's going to be like, Yarell, cuz, bro, the fuck you doing? You feel what I'm saying? And even with that, even when I do my Periscopes and my YouTube, if I'm fucking up, people like those that fuck with me, they not finna be, you know, they're not gonna lift me up in my bullshit, which is what I don't want. You feel what I'm saying? But if I'm fucking up, oh, people have gotten me all the way to fuck together. You know, like, just to kind of bring this on me ever so slightly, you know, I went to the ER earlier again this week for another fucking rib fracture. I was that was Tuesday. Thursday I was offered 7 days of convalescent leave, which is free leave that I'm not charged. I denied it. I'm just like, nah, it is what it is. Because I mean, it's one thing for them to give, you know, me the rest of this week off, but to cut it to next week, no, I'm not gonna do it. My commander found out about it, looked at me like, bruh, is you crazy? Everybody pretty much looking like, bruh, is you crazy? they pretty much pushed me to take convalescent leave. Now I'm on 14 days of convalescent leave, but still, there's people around me looking like, bruh, the fuck is you doing? You know what I'm saying? So you need people around you that is going to look out for your best interest and not just be like, well, fuck, you sitting here inviting me to parties, you know, booze, drugs, strippers, hoes and shit, so I ain't gonna tell you nothing different. Like, those not the people you need around you. Now, if Chris has those people and he's pushing them away, that is another thing. But what Chris needs to look at is everything he's done before is always going to be used against him. When this situation happened, the media quickly talked about when he, you know, fucked up Rihanna years ago. That's never going to leave him. But what he needs to do is he needs a better circle of friends. That's one thing too. If you're gonna have a party, you need to have non-disclosure agreements at the fucking door when people come in. And I'm one of them motherfuckers where, because I had to start doing this with parties, if I invite somebody to a party and they don't tell me they bringing somebody and a plus 1, 2, 3, or 4 show up at the door, it's gonna be either you coming in by yourself or you can leave with your company, because I didn't invite them. Because I've had this shit happen before and shit, it went left. You feel what I'm saying? It's one of those where, since you didn't let me know in advance, y'all can go. Deuces. This ain't one of those where you can come in here, eat up my food, drink on my drink. We not finna fucking do that. So he needs to be very aware of who he has around him. Praise God that he had cameras in the house, and even that footage showed that she had lied, wasn't no gun waved in her face or nothing like that. I mean, I like parties, but like I said, my parties are more intimate than anything else. It's not big, lavish, where it's 200, 300, 400 people. Like, it's a small, intimate, like, we gonna have fun, but it's small and intimate. Oh, yeah, straight with no fucking chaser. Like, the most you might get is, you might get the shit on the rocks. And that's about it. Yeah, a nice looking, it's something nice and cool and shit. But I really hope this is Chris Brown's. Granted, Chris Brown has had many wake-up calls, but at this point, it is really, really fucking with his paper. And, I mean, I don't know what else it's going to take. I really don't know what else it's going to take, but that's all the big shit we got. So let's go ahead and get into the congratulations, and then I'm going to let y'all pick who's going to take the L this week and who's going to take the W. Don't let me, I know that's right. So first we're going to send out a congrats to Megan Good, Carrie Hilson, and Kelly Rowland. They have been casted in a Lifetime movie called The 10th Date, and it is set to premiere next year, and it is also being produced by Megan Good. So congrats to all of them, and congrats to Megan Good. Go ahead and get your producer credits, baby. Donald Glover's show Atlanta, I have not watched it. I heard it's good, but it has started off good with the first episode bringing in over 1 million views, and I think the second episode aired right after it, and the second episode pulled in over 900,000 views. So congrats. Tyga has signed to Good Music. I know most people don't see it for him, but I'm gonna just put that out there. Atlanta's a okay, well then I might need to watch it then. I know. I'm gonna wait until it actually come out, and we're gonna talk about Michelle A later. Crime Mob rapper Diamond, she's expecting her first baby, so congrats to Diamond. Robin Givens has been cast in CW's live action series Riverdale. She's gonna be playing the mayor, Sierra McCoy. Felicia Rashad has pretty much landed a recurring role on Empire that I believe she's supposed to be on the next season that will be airing soon. So hopefully, she can bring some elegance and some class to the damn show, and hopefully we can get some better shit this time around. Because I don't know about last season. Like, the first half was bullshit. The second half, they picked it back up here. Kenya Barris, one of the creators of Blackish, has signed a multi-million-dollar deal with 20th Century Fox Films. Congrats to that, brother. Now, Eli Manning and his wife has pledged $1 million to the Mississippi Children's Hospital. Congrats to them. Not to be outdone, Russell Williams has also donated $1 million to the Children's Hospital of Seattle. So I'm glad to see people giving back. Now, Tiana Taylor lands a spot on VH1's The Breaks and Hip Hop Squares. And Cicely Tyson, Mother Cicely, is going to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Congressional Black, I think it's Caucus Foundation on the 14th of September. And I want to end this with, y'all know I'm from Chicago, right? Y'all know I got to rep where I'm from. Well, a girl by the name of Zinzi, she is Chicago's first frozen yogurt shop owner to own and operate. Well, it's the first one to be owned and operated by a black African American woman, and this is in Hyde Park. So if y'all in Chicago around Hyde Park, like I said, I forgot to write down the damn name of the damn place. I think it's called Z and Berries. I forgot to fucking write that down. But congrats to that black sister. Congrats. So with all that being said, and all the fuckery from the week, and okay, I got my pen. So, who gonna take the L? Who gonna take the W? So first, who gonna take the L this week, y'all? Y'all got plenty to go with. All right, let me know how it is when you go. I ain't gonna be back in Chicago until like September next year. So, but who gonna take the L? I'm gonna let y'all. Who gonna take it? We got many candidates. Hold on, Lena. Okay, we got 2 for Lena. Ah, gosh darn it. I didn't catch Queen Sugar, and I keep forgetting to set my dang on recorder. So I'm on con leave for 2 weeks, so I'm gonna have to find out the con artists that try. Okay, so we got 1 for that con artist. Got 1. Let me see. Shit. And I'm not gonna say that. That's it. So we only got okay. Anybody else? Before we go on, who gonna take the W this week? All right, so I guess Lena gonna take the L this week. Sucks to be her. So who's gonna take the W? Like I said, I mean, we can. If not her, then Lena. Like I said, I mean, we got the black superheroes, you know, coming into effect and shit. Actually, I think that's pretty. I mean that, and then pretty much is everybody just making shit happen this week. I mean, but again, I don't vote on this, so y'all gotta let me know who gonna take the W. I don't vote on this, so I need y'all to help me out. I think if I say it's this, then it's not really good. Okay, the entire Congress. All right, and I don't think that anybody else disagree. Frozen yogurt. Shit, I want that or some ice cream or something. Shit, I need something good. I'm actually about to go. Don't judge me. About to go make me some French fries myself. So you know, homemade. You know, I'll try not to do a whole lot of processed shit. Okay. So let's see if we all agree. Miss Lena, you know, gonna take the L this week, and everybody, now you're making me hungry, and the entire congrats session is gonna take the W for this week. Okay, so that's what we got, you guys. Like I said, what I'm going to do my best to do is, if not today, tomorrow, do a tabloids and trending topics with T Extra, talking about the whole Colin Kaepernick situation. Totally separate video, because got some shit to say. And I didn't want to include it in this one, even though I know y'all would want to talk about it. I want to do it separately. It's a complete separate video. So this is going to be a standalone. That's going to be like a bonus video. And I need to go ahead and watch Love and Hip Hop Hollywood again and do it. I didn't do it because of everything that was going on with me. Now I check out the Bears game. But, you know, they ain't have my Boo Moniz on it, so it's not like I really had to go ahead and do the review, you know. I was kind of sick and shit. Now, had Moniz been on there, y'all would have got that review. I just wouldn't have been sounding all that great. So, that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. If all goes well, I'll be back here next Sunday, same time, same place, with some more fuck shit. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys next week for another video. Peace.